Okay, Instagrams. So this is our first weekly update about what on earth we're going to do over the next 9 weeks. Because gyms aren't going to open up anytime soon, we're fortunate enough to have equipment we can use, and we're just going to use the time as productively as we can. So obviously now is like a ridiculously crazy good time to focus on cooking and making sure our food's really good and we can enjoy it, and we have plenty of time to basically do what we want to do. So we'll just cover briefly what our plan is for the next 9 weeks, what our structure is we're going to be following for this week, and we'll start with nutrition, do you think?
Yeah.
Cool. So myself, we're going to do like a macro-based flexible plan where we can have a little bit of variety and not be really bogged down in the particulars of a really hard, horrible restrictive kind of plan.
It doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work really for anybody, actually, to tell you the truth. It's very rare you can get somebody that's going to stick to a restrictive plan for a long period of time. So I'm having 2,800 calories at the moment, which is pretty comfortable. I'm not going to change that. I'm going to keep it there, and I'm just going to increase my training intensity, which will help with body composition and recompositioning, so more muscle, less body fat. Zoe is going to stay at 1,800 as well. You're at 1,800?
Yeah, 1,800, yeah.
And then we will trickle that down over the coming weeks, but she'll stay there, and now because we have our equipment set up, we can train a lot harder. So we won't need to do really heavy dieting right now. For the start, we'll eat plenty of food, and then we'll taper down as we go.
Yeah.
Goals? What are your goals?
My goal is to just lose body fat over the next 9 weeks. So just get my legs and my hips a lot smaller. And what else would my goal be? Just mostly
just
losing
improve
body
strength.
fat. Yeah, and just
improve strength
yeah.
in the gym. So if Zoe focuses on improving her strength and lifting in the gym, she'll get the results that she wants to get anyway. So as long as she's training hard in the gym and recovering, which she has plenty of opportunity to do, those things will take care of themselves. Like nutrition's the easy part for us at the moment because we have so much time, and I think that's the priority for you. Is just train and train really hard, and nutrition will keep high for now so that she can perform and train and recover really well. And that's probably going to do most of the damage in terms of weight loss and body fat loss anyway, over the coming weeks. And same for myself, I'm not really worried about body fat loss. It's more so I'm going to be focusing on strength, eating plenty, and I'll lose body fat in the process. So I'll be in a slight deficit, but same with Zoe.
Yeah.
Cool, so how many meals are you going to eat?
I'm having 4 meals at the moment, which I'm loving all the food. I don't even want to change our food at the moment, but I know I'm going to get sick of it in a couple of weeks. But I'm still able to have a row of chocolate every day, which is awesome, and I have Halo Top ice cream every couple of days, which is nice, make it fit. But yeah, I'm having 4 good-sized meals. I don't like have any snacks in between or anything like that.
One thing I'd like to actually point out is Zoe eats enough protein, which a lot of women don't. So this is the most common pitfall I see for women trying to lose body fat or trying to look better, you know, in any sense of shape or form, and even for health purposes. Zoe has no trouble eating the amount of protein that's required for her per day. So she eats protein in every meal.
I hit my protein first.
So just give people an idea of what you eat for breakfast and then what you eat for the other 3 meals, just to give people a little insight of what you do.
So every day I have eggs on toast for brekkie. And then my meal number 2 is rice with tuna, and I have that with veggies. So I have like beans, cauliflower, and I normally have about 50 to 60 grams of spinach. My meal 3 is normally chicken thigh, or sometimes I have chicken drummies with salad, and that's with like a lot of salad. I don't have many carbs in that meal. And then my last meal I have potato, which is my favourite. And I either have chicken thigh or chicken drummy, whatever I didn't have in meal 3, with just heaps of salad or heaps of veggies. And then sometimes, if I'm lucky, whatever I've got left, I'll have a Halo Top, or I have my little row of Shocky.
And the reason why she plans everything, so that's why she's successful as well. She is organised, she plans it the day before, she doesn't make it up on the spot on the day. She's organised, plans everything, and she's in a good routine and good habits. So that's taken time to develop that. And so now she's in a really good step. She's at a good starting point to do a diet, whereas beforehand she wasn't. She was all over the shop, and that's what most people are. They're not in a position to diet. They should focus on eating well, getting their body to a healthy start point to then do a diet from. 1800 is not actually probably the best starting point, to be honest. I'd prefer to be eating around 2,500 calories, but we'll do a little diet and push over the next.
That much food at the moment.
We'll do a little diet and push over the next few weeks, and then we'll come back, and then we'll go back, and then we'll go back, and we'll do that, and then we'll push into like a diet where we get her training really hard, but we'll lose some more body fat for now.
And I just want to quickly say, like, my salad and veggies aren't boring either. Like, my salad is green oak lettuce with beetroot, Meredith goat cheese, beans. What's that?
My favourite saying for food is, if you think your food's boring, you made it that way. So, if you get bored with your food or you don't like your food, you're lazy. You didn't do a fucking good job. So, that is your fault.
Yeah.
You can make food really good. You can go on Google and look at recipes. You can ask people for recipes. So I'm on a campaign at the moment to make salad less shit because I don't like it if it's plain. I hate it, and I hate plain vegetables. So we've done a heap of different stuff, but that means we just eat it, which is good. So you got to enjoy it.
What's that stuff that I put on top? That's okay.
Kimchi.
Yeah, that stuff. I'm really obsessed with that stuff.
It's food should either be a fuck yes or a fuck no. Like, you should be like, yes, fuck yes, I'm ready to eat this. So you have to make it interesting, you have to make it good, you have to enjoy it, otherwise you're not going to stick to it. That's the truth. Yeah.
And also with like the chicken and stuff, I'm not having just plain chicken. I'm having like honey soy chicken or teriyaki, and then with the drummies, I'm either putting them in like a honey mustard marinade or a honey chili garlic marinade. So. And
you can make it all homemade. It's not hard. Super easy.
So I'm not having just plain chicken because I could not. If you put chicken breast on my plate, I couldn't eat that.
And it's dry and
it's
horrible. So, and you have time, so cook it fresh. So and I suppose that's really basically what we're doing in a nutshell for food. We're not going to get bogged down into all the science and the particulars of what we're doing and how we're tracking everything. We can talk about that in later weeks. Other than that, our training, we're going to be doing 5 days a week for Zoe. See how she recovers from 5 days a week. Women can generally tolerate higher volume in their training programs and more frequency. So she will be doing 5 days to start with and see how she goes recovery-wise, and we'll discuss that each week. I'm doing 4 days because it suits me best at the moment, and it's pretty much just an upper-lower split. Don't need to worry about getting into that. You probably don't even know what that means. And so that's basically our training. And we'll have videos and we'll discuss in depth in the coming weeks, but pretty much that's our focus, isn't it?
Yeah.
This week we have started. It was just inconsistent because we had such busy weeks. So even though we have heaps of time, we still were really busy.
But we're still busy. I don't get it.
So this week all we do is we just track key data. So we just take our weight daily, just measure any fluctuations. Then weekly we get an average, which is much more accurate to make decisions from. So we do our weight every day so we can see the trend and compare weeks instead of day to day. So we do our weight daily, we do how many hours of sleep we get, which we're killing at the moment. We don't wake up at all during our sleep. We sleep all the way through. We get a minimum of 8 hours. So that's how it should be for everybody. If you don't sleep like that, you need to fix it, you need to get help. Otherwise you'll struggle getting results, you'll struggle losing weight, you'll struggle feeling good, you struggle mentally performing, cognitive decline, everything.
We'll do another video on that one.
Yeah. But everything for us at the moment is in a line, like everything's easy. So we're in a good place to do a diet or to do a push for our change body composition wise because we have everything under control really comfortably. So that's the key, and a lot of people don't do this. So we've got the basics right, and now we can really push and challenge ourselves and do cool shit. So
awesome.
That's about all, I think. That's enough for today. Look, we'll talk about more. We'll do another update.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
If you want to follow along, I'll put up stuff on my Instagram throughout the week with tips, tricks, and what we're doing, and just to keep people updated and they can keep tags.
And if we find a new salad recipe as well.
Yeah, I have a recipe book, so I'm putting all of them in the recipe book anyway for my clients, so that'll drop probably in like 5 weeks, I reckon, when we have a really good database of stuff.
Cool.
But that's it. Cool.
Thanks, guys.
See you next week.